Hey internet, so we're just going to talk about Zhongli versus Tartaglia. Who do you want to wish for if you're a new player? So before I start, apologies, I've been sick for the past 2 days. Alright, so as a rule of thumb, if you don't have an Archon, then Archons before Mortals. So Zhongli is the Shield Archon or the Protector Archon. His main specialty is his shield. That pillar that I just summoned, if you hold down his skill, it will summon a pillar and summon a shield as well, as you can see that it's around him. Now his skill or shield, not only does it protect you based on his HP, but it also reduces resistances, so elemental resistance and physical resistance, by 20% in a small area. So wherever that's pulsating, that's the small area that will reduce the resistances of enemies. His ultimate summons a meteor and it basically stuns your enemies. And both of these are based on HP. I think because Zhongli scales off HP, it's nearly impossible to break his shield, with the exception of Abyssal Wolves, which just ignores the shields and pierces through. And if you're fighting a Fontaine Legend, they hit so hard it breaks the shield, but after like 5 hits, so you're still pretty good if you're like want to tank some hits from the Fontaine Legends. Alright, so that's Zhongli. He is the Shield Archon. Now we got Tartaglia. Now, he's good for Bloom teams, so if you got like Nahida or any other Dendro character, then that's good. Also, our Electro Charge team. So let me just bring up Electro character. Excuse the Wanderer. He is there just because I had to get up here somehow. Alright, so either a Bloom team or an Electro Charge team, or a combination of both. So you got a Bloom and then Hyper Bloom teams. That works too. So Tartaglia's skill, transform his bow into Hydro swords, and then you fight in melee range. So right now he's using bow, right? So if I use his skill, he will become a melee character. So if you like versatility, then that's good for you. You can use Tartaglia. So what he does is that he applies Hydro. So once you apply Hydro and then you use a Dendro character, and then they have a reaction and create a Bloom. And then if you want to just trigger the blooms, you can use an Electro character. So that's what he does. I would say he used to be a main DPS. I would say now he's more of a sub DPS. So the reason why I say he's a sub DPS, if he's got 0 constellations, his skill cooldown is quite long. So another reason why you should pick Tartaglia is because he's got like this passive, increases your normal attack by 1. Sounds pretty simple, but it's very powerful. So any character that uses normal attack will gain +1. So for example, Zhongli got +1, so it's level 10, and level 10. So all of those are they are level 9 characters. So for example, if I just switch to Ganyu, that's triple crown, you'll see that she is 11 at present. This is the only way to boost your normal attack.
By which I mean, there's nothing to kill.
So he is quite powerful support if you use normal charge attack characters. So he could help with Ganyu for charge attack, or like for example Yoimiya.
Festival?
And yes, it's a meme that Yoimiya and Tartaglia are like dating in game. That's not actually lore, but it's kind of like a meme or like a ship, I guess. But it actually works out pretty well because she uses normal attack, so the pairing is actually pretty good. So back to the question, the shield Archon or a DPS slash sub DPS? Depends on what you have and what you need. So like I said, Archons before Mortals. Pick Zhongli if you don't have either, because he would probably have more benefits for your account than Tartaglia. I would say if you've got 2 DPS, definitely get Zhongli if you don't have a support. The only reason you would pick Tartaglia over Zhongli is that you've got like maybe 6 supports already, and you feel like you want to save for the Hydro Archon instead of Zhongli, or you want to save up for a different Archon, which is fair. So I feel like in terms of value, Zhongli is your, well, he's your guy. But if you're heavily reliant on normal attacks or charged attacks, then Tartaglia could be for you. Or if you're using a Bloom team, then he could be a good Hydro Applicator. Not the best, but not the worst. He's sort of like in the middle range for Hydro Application. And he works as a sub DPS as well. So in my opinion, Zhongli is probably the go-to, just because of his near unbreakable shield and that 20% elemental and physical resistance for monsters. Also, his burst can stun up to 2 seconds, so using your burst, which drops a meteor. So let me just show you right now. So
I will have order.
he drops that meteor and it stuns your enemies. Doesn't stun bosses, but it stuns like the mobs. So for 2 seconds it's pretty good. And in terms of artifacts, so Zhongli 2-set Tenacity of the Millilith and Varu Rakasha is glow. So both plus 20 HP percentage, and weapon very easily Black Tassel for HP percent as well. For Tartaglia, I would say just get like the best 5-star bow for him. If you don't have a 5-star bow, just get a rust. Rust will do. Alright, in terms of artifacts, yeah, go for 4-piece Heart of Death. That is his set. Alright. They are, so in terms of artifact farming, Tartaglia is easier because it's just like 1 set. Zhongli's got 2 sets, so you gotta farm 2 different places. Okay. So I think I've made the comparisons and I made my opinion. Zhongli's the go-to. Alright. So should you pick Tartaglia if you've got 2 DPS already? The answer is no. If you got no DPS and you don't like Zhongli, then okay, cool. Pick Tartaglia. But in all other cases, Zhongli is probably your guy. Alright, thanks for watching. Hope you had a great day. Be sure to like, subscribe, share with your friends, ring the bell, turn on all notifications. Leave a comment below. Are you gonna wish for Zhongli or Tartaglia, or you're gonna skip and wait till a better banner comes along? Until next time, see ya.